All right. What we're going to do today is I'm going to go over with my daughter Alyssa the proper field strip and cleaning of her rifle. This is one I bought her a couple of years ago. We've shot it a few times, but because of COVID and range closures, we haven't had a chance to shoot it a lot. So this is a familiarization, and we're gonna set those skills in stone through practice. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we go ahead and open this up. All right, and you're gonna remove your rifle from the bag. Okay. First thing we're gonna check is we're gonna make sure that there's no magazine. And this is a magazine. Uses the same magazine as a Ruger 1022, but it's a bolt action. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and open up your chamber, and you're going to look down in there, and you're going to make sure that there's no round in the chamber. Is there any round in the chamber? Okay. Go ahead and close and open your bolt one more time. Just double check. Okay. There you go. All right. Now the first step in our field strip process, turn the weapon over, is see this button right here? You're going to press that down and pull the bolt the rest of the way out. That's your bolt release. So you're going to push it down with one hand and pull it out the rest of the way. Outstanding. That's about all you have to do to field strip a 22 or a bolt action rifle this way. So that's real simple. We're not going to do anything else besides that. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and set the rifle down. Okay. And this is the bolt. So yeah, it's got a little crud on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to first off wipe it off. Just wipe off any excess oil. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to squirt some shooter's lube, shooter's lube solvent on there. We'll put that right here.
This?
Yes. That's shooter's lube stage 1. And you're going to give it a good soaking. Just enough to kind of get it wet. Yes, there's your bolt. Okay. Okay. Get some on the back here too. Make sure you get that. Okay, cool. Now normally 22s don't use a lot of powder, so they don't get really, really grimy. But you want to make sure that you're getting this stuff off. So we're going to let this sit for a minute while that soaks. Okay. And we're going to kind of wipe this down. So use your patch and just kind of get inside the chamber with your fingers. That's how I do it. Okay. Okay. Good deal. Come up underneath it if you need to. And then make sure you get right in there in the chamber. Okay. Is it getting anything out of there? Just any extra oil or anything? No? Okay. So it's pretty clean for what we're talking about. Go ahead and set the patch down. And then you're going to take your stage 1 solvent and you're going to squirt it inside your chamber. Good deal. Okay, you're going to get all those metal parts. Okay, good deal. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this one for you, because I can see it a little bit better, is just squirt some in the barrel. Just kind of let it run down. And like I say, since 22s don't usually have a lot of powder in them, they don't get really grimy. A lot of people just kind of leave their cleaning to whenever they think they need it. But this is what we're going to do, is to get you used to doing it by yourself and walking you through kind of a crawl, walk, run thing. Okay, so go ahead and wipe off your bolt. And get all of that carbon and stuff off of there since you've soaked it. Okay. Okay. Let's go over a couple more. Okay. We good? All right. I'm going to show you a couple of things. All right. This right here, okay, is your bolt face. Okay. And you want to make sure that you get all of that cleaned off. Okay. Make sure that your springs, whenever you're cleaning a gun, you're looking for broken, missing, worn. Anything that is broken, anything that is not part of the rifle, or anything that is overly worn out. This is a brand new rifle, so you shouldn't have anything broken, missing, or worn, but you're going to inspect everything. and then you're going to do clean, and you're going to double check your spring tensions on everything. This is your extractor, okay, and this is your ejector right here. So your extractor is what grabs hold of the bullet, and I'm going to use this dummy snap cap to show you. That's what holds on to the bullet, pulls it out of the chamber, and then when it gets to a certain point, it gets kicked out. Okay, so that's the extractor, and that's the ejecting spring. Okay, and then right up here is your firing pin. It's right there, right there. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get all that cleaned off. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to clean out the same chamber. I'm actually using a different pad than you used before. Clean out your mag well. This is the magazine well. This is your magazine lever. Okay, or mag release lever, sometimes called, or mag lever. Okay. So you want to get all that, and then you want to get down inside that chamber and get all of that solvent back out of there. Okay. Get it? Okay, good deal. Okay, just get all of that out of there. Okay. If you need to, you can push that through into your chamber with a cleaning rod. Just get all that solvent off of it. Okay, good deal. There you go. Well, let's pick that up. And you can see that got quite a bit of stuff out of there. Okay. Now, once you've cleaned your chamber and your bolt area, you're going to go ahead and you're going to run your bore snake from the breech, this is called the breech, to the end. Okay? And what you do is you've got this weight, and that's going to go down the barrel of your, so you can see that, the chamber. Yep. And you're going to put that down there, and then you're going to let gravity do the work, and should be moving down your chamber. Oh, that's not good. Okay. There it goes. Point where you should be able to see the weight come out the end. Okay. Hold on.
You like curled up somewhere up there?
I doubt it.
I hear it.
Yeah, it's just getting. It looks like we lost for a second. Okay. So, go ahead. Got it. Okay, go ahead and pull that through. Keep pulling. You're going to have to pull it with some force because this bore snake is actually thicker, and it's going to stretch, and it's going to fill that barrel. Keep going, keep going. There you go, you're getting it. Okay, ready? Pull, 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 both hands. All the way through. Okay? Keep going, you almost got it. There you go. Alrighty. Now, what that should have done is
Hand hurts now.
a little bit, yeah.
Right here.
You have to put some grip strength into it. So what that does is that runs through, wipes, and then brushes clean the inside of your barrel, and then this basically just wipes any of the extra crud off. And I like those a lot better than brushes, because sometimes if the rod is too off-centered, it'll actually run through there. So now, since we've got this all taken care of, once you're done, you're going to lubricate. Okay, and make sure that everything is, yep. Now, basically what they tell you to do is to put it on your metal surfaces where it's going to make contact, and then you leave it for about 15 minutes to let it soak in. We don't really have to do that, but we can. We're going to go ahead and just lube up. So when you're doing this, you're going to, you know, see how your bolt goes into your rifle? All those grooves, you want to make sure that that has lubrication on it. So you can just put in a light coat. Okay, squeeze it so that you can see that it's coming out. Okay, I'm going to do it a little bit heavier because I got a little bit more finger strength than you. Okay.
You said all the grooves. So
I did. So, okay, turn it up a little bit. Okay. Now, in the Air Force, they taught us you just want to be able to lightly spread it with your finger. So you can do that too, or you can use a little patch. But I like to go just like that. Just kind of turn it where it can be spread. Okay. And then flip it over on its top. See these? Where it's going to ride. You want to make sure that you get a little bit of, you get some oil there. Also, yep, go ahead, see. I'll show you something else. Okay. Good. Then spread that around a little bit. Now I'll show you why you want to get down in here, okay? This is attached to your firing pin, that's your sear, and what happens when you pull the trigger is it actually slides against that, and that's going to release when it's cocked. So when your rifle is cocked, that's being held down by this part of your trigger. When you pull the trigger and that goes down, when you pull the trigger and it goes down, then that's what releases and let your bolt come forward and do the shooting, okay? So, the other thing you're gonna do is you see these rails in here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna put some oil in there. And I'm gonna get this just because I'm... Go ahead and do that. See how I did that? I want to make sure that those parts have a little bit of oil on them, because that's your surfaces that are going to come into contact. That's where all your wear is going to be. There you go. Okay, and then make sure that you get it along the rails. Okay, good. And let's see. Okay, good deal. Okay. So normally you would just kind of let that stuff sit on there for about 15 minutes, but we don't have that kind of time. So go ahead and put your protector on the needle. There you go. Okay.
It's such a small hole.
Yep. Okay. Now, take your bolt. Okay, and you're going to insert it into the rifle like you would. Okay. And, nope.
Hold,
Not straight
hold.
up. Okay. So you're going to make sure that it's flat. Just like that, okay? There you go. Push it all the way forward and lock it in place. Cool. Now you're going to put the weapon on safety, okay? Now, this would a lot of times be fine, but we're going to go ahead and do what's called a function check to make sure that you've got it reassembled properly. More complicated guns, your semi-automatics and your handguns, you definitely want to do that. So what we're going to use is a couple of these snap caps and your magazine. So I want you to go ahead and show the people you can load that magazine with the snap cap. Okay. There you go. That's one and two, and that's all we need. So first part of the function check we're going to do is we're going to insert the magazine. We're going to make sure that it locks in place. Cool. It locked in. Okay. Now, second part, you're going to take your rifle. Okay. You're going to make sure that it's on safe, which it is, and you're going to run the bolt, check, make sure that you can see that snap cap. You see it? Okay, then you're going to go ahead and close your bolt, and it should strip that round off into the chamber. Clip it all the way forward, lock it down. Okay, now you don't ever want to do with a center fire, or excuse me, with a rim fire rifle like this. You never want to do this function check without a snap cap, because what'll happen is you'll break your firing pin, because it'll just click, and because of the way rim fires work, it'll actually break your firing pin. So you never want to dry fire a rifle like, nope, you got one step ahead of me. So first thing you're going to do is, since you have a snap cap, you know that it's not going to go off. You're going to test by pulling your trigger. Okay, did it go bang? Okay, that means your safety's working. Okay, now go ahead and put your weapon on fire. Other way. Okay, there you go. And test fire it by pulling the trigger. It's a snap cap, you're fine. Okay, you heard it snap. Okay, now from there, you run your bolt again. All the way to the back.
Ow.
Okay, and it ejected the round. So that part's good. Now I want you to see, can you see that in the camera? Right there on the edge of that snap cap, that's where your firing pin hit that. If you had done that with an empty, it would have been your firing pin up against the front of your rifle, and it would have damaged your firing pin. Okay, it would have started to deform right there. Okay. So, let me do that again. Okay, so once you've got that done, okay, you're going to eject your magazine. Okay, and that's a little awkward position in there. Go ahead and close your bolt. Put the weapon back on safe, and you're ready to store it again. All right, good job.